You know, we've been trying to look at some different things, and you know, as we move forward, he's got to be the guy that leads off for us. I mean, when he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, he has good at bats. He battles at bats. He's one of those guys that can fight pitches off so that the guys behind him see what the pitcher's got. And I just told him right now, you know, Dan's done a nice job, but you know, he should be hitting where he's hitting right now. And so Ruben's just going to have to step up and work hard on getting on base and you know, getting back to hitting line drives.
Maybe a stretch, but Ken, putting him, I know you wanted him essentially to get going before you put him back there, but Ken, putting him back there, you think make him get out of the whole fly ball or and just kind of get back to what he did well?
We're hoping that. Yeah, we really think that, you know, this guy's a baseball player, and for 2 years now we've talked about how, you know, mentally tough he is and how beyond his years he handles things. And you know what? Maybe this. Hey, look, we need you. We need you to step forward right now and do the job here in this particular role. So we're going to have that conversation here in a couple of minutes, and hopefully, you know, he gets it going tonight.
Richie?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Terry, I mean, you've talked about putting the ball in the air as opposed to putting it on the ground. But like, is there anything else going on with Ruben that you see? I mean, are you happy with the approach, or is there something mechanically that he needs to be better at moving forward? Like what?
Well, if you analyze his swing's pretty good. What he's doing is he's catching the balls out in front of the plate, which now all of a sudden when you're finishing your swing, it's on the upstroke. And that's where the fly balls are coming. So he's got to let the ball get deeper. He's got to see a little bit longer. He's got to stay back a little bit longer, and you know, take the base hit to whatever coming. But you know, he's got such a good approach at the plate that I just said, you know, if this guy starts doing what we know he can do, we're a better team with him at the top of the order.
Is part of it too what it does to the rest of the order? And Keel obviously is someone you've added to, but probably is better down in the lineup, and also Murph gives a little on-base possibility for David. Is that part of it too?
Well, you know, one of the things we've been trying to do is obviously find somebody to get on ahead of David. And you know, when Murph hits second, it seems like he's on. You know, you put him in the leadoff spot, it kind of changes the way his approach at home plate. So I knew he didn't necessarily care for it. He did it because of out of necessity. That's why he's a pro. But again, I just think our best lineups was Ruben at the top of the order. And so, you know what? We just got to battle through some times and get him going. And I know it's going to get going. He's been too good an offensive player in this league not to start hitting.
Next, Mike?
Gee, we can shorten this up.
Is it too simple to say one at bat can, I don't know, spare a player like with Mike last night? Is that too simple, or was that one at bat to come into the issue in another couple of hours?
Well, I think the one at bat was huge, but the four at bats were what I was impressed with. Much quieter in the batter's box. Had a lot less movement than he's had in weeks. Again, a whole different approach as far as body language, and he just was relaxed for some reason. Like I said last night, I just think maybe, you know what, he said, look, all I can control is what I do at the plate. I can't worry about anything else. And I think he took a deep breath and just said, you know, go be the guy that I know he can be. And I just thought his whole approach was better. You know, and certainly if there's a time for that anybody needed to get a hit, last night was it. So.
Yeah, Josh?
Is Lucas Duda kind of there too, Terry, along those lines? I mean, I know it wasn't his start. He never bottomed out quite as badly, but it seems like his approach is a bit more aggressive. Is that fair to say right now?
Well, I think that's certainly one of the things we've been, you know, trying to push on all these guys. You know, you can still see pitches and be aggressive at the same time. When you make a pitcher work is when they know you're liable to hit one out of the park on the first pitch they throw. Therefore, now they got to work the sides of the plate a little bit more. And I think, you know, with Lucas being a little more aggressive at the plate certainly is going to help him and get better pitches to hit. And I think he'll do as much damage as he would if he, you know, sat there deeper in counts.
Terry, you talked earlier this year about Matt on the days he pitches being a little gruff, ornery, not the easiest guy to approach. Given he didn't love his last start, and it's a big series, and it's a team that he grew up watching, is that stuff starting today? Is that going to be off the charts tomorrow evening?
Well, we're certainly planning to have that happen. We certainly think that's exactly how he's going to be tomorrow.
Do you notice any difference in his demeanor today, maybe even yesterday, leading up to this start, apart from any of the others this year?
Yeah, he went on the field on time for pitcher BP, so I don't know if he was in getting his grouchy face on or what he was doing, but.
Today?
Yeah, but I don't, I haven't talked to him yet, so I don't know. I just know he'll be ready tomorrow. I think the last time he was on a similar situation was he and the Strasburg matchup. It's kind of a comparable thing for me.
Next. Kevin?
So follow up on Duda, what do you think has been his biggest bugaboo with runners in scoring position? Is there a different mindset for him there? Is there anything you notice, because it's a decent sample size, his numbers aren't great there?
Again, Kevin, going on the fact that when we slapped him back in the fourth spot, I think he just took upon himself to add more pressure to the situation than need be. He knows he's got to drive runs in. That's what he's paid to. That's what he's being paid to do. And he's still basically working on how to do it. He'll be the first guy to tell you, he's got 130 days in the big leagues, and that's a lot. There's a lot on the plate there. So I just think again, the more comfortable he gets, and the more he's more aggressive at home plate, I think the easier it's going to become for him to drive those runs in.
Okay, David?
Hey, Terry, you guys have had to deal with a lot of stuff kind of not directly to the baseball game necessarily. You think having a chance for 4 days to just kind of play big games helps you guys get focused on maybe on-field things?
Well, there's a lot of focus on this series. So, we got to play good baseball. We've got to catch the ball better than we have. We've got to pitch better than we have. We've got to, have some productive outs. But it's just the marketplace that we live in. That there's going to be stories that don't have anything to do with the X's and O's of the game that create news, and I understand that and have to deal with it. But certainly right now, our players got to focus on the New York Yankees and only the New York Yankees and not anything else. And if that means sitting in the training room for a while to get their heads on right, we got to do that, because we've got to be prepared here in the next 4 days. These guys are way too good a team to walk out there and have your attention not on the game.
Anything else, guys, ladies? Good?